Hello again, RoyZesch.REALTOR with Coldwell Banker Legacy in San Angelo. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the process of selling your house. Last time on the video I started on the house buying process. So I want to talk about this process of selling your house, and those two branches are going to meet together once you have a contract. And then from the contract on, both sides are dealing with opposite parts of the same negotiation, so I'll talk about those all together. So, first step is selecting a realtor. So you've already done that, covered that in the video, so you've called me over to look at your house. Remember, it may only be the first or second time I've seen your house, so I'm going to look at it with a different eye than you do. I'm going to see things that you might not notice anymore. You know, you hadn't noticed that scratch in the wall that the kids put there 3 years ago because it hasn't moved. You know, just like you don't notice that your kids grow, things like that. So you're not going to see things. So we're going to walk through the house. Our goal is, before we put the house on the market, we want to have all the little things tidied up, cleaned up, spruced up, and have it looking just as pretty as we can. You get the most attention with a house for sale when it first goes on the market because it's new. You know, sometimes your buyers that are potential buyers for your house have looked at other houses around and they haven't found what they liked. And so they're always looking, well, when a new one comes to the market, let's go look at it if it fits our criteria. So we're going to try to get all this stuff done ahead of time. It's going to seem possibly like I'm being a little bit critical at this point because, again, we're trying to make this the best presentation we can for the person that's going to come into the house. You don't necessarily want to spend a lot of money doing upgrades of the house at this point in time. Generally, those upgrades are for if you're going to live in the house. They're not for when you're getting ready to sell it unless something is in really bad condition. So what we're looking for is a spruce up. Just imagine that you're meeting your mother-in-law for the first time. She's coming to look at your house. That's what we want your house to look like. If it needs paint on the walls, touch-ups, you paint, you clean the carpets, you mow the yard, you plant pretty flowers in the front flower beds, all those little things to make everything look just as nice as you possibly can. So I'll walk through it with you, you'll look at it, and we'll come up with some ideas, but that's the goal of the first step. The second part, which will be the most miserable part of the process, will be the paperwork. There's lots of paperwork. There's a listing agreement that you'll sign with me that authorizes me to list your property and all the things that go into that. At that time, you've got to fill out a seller's disclosure telling anything you know about the property, where it is, who your services are from, and it's required by law, so you've got to fill it out. I can't even really help you fill it out. I can explain things on it, but I can't tell you how to fill it out or what to do. It's the seller's disclosure that you have to fill out. The house is built before 1978. There's a lead-based paint disclosure. Can be a permanent off-site sewer disclosure if you have a septic tank or something like that. So there's paperwork. The neat thing is, in our office, we have a nice electronic paperwork system called Dotloop. So I can email you the documents, you can sign them electronically, send them back to me. It's not quite as tedious as me sitting down with you and going through 50 pages of paper, but there is paperwork. So then we'll come out, I'll have a professional come out and do pictures and probably video of the house, sometimes even drone footage or something. It varies depending on the type of property and the value of the house and stuff like that. So we'll get professional pictures done. Then, again, that's to present your house as well as we can when we first put it on the market. We want everything to be perfect. We'll get the pictures done, and at that point, we'll actually list the house. It'll go on the market, become official in the multiple listing service. At that point, I'll start doing ads on it, run it on Facebook, it'll go out through Coldwell Banker to Coldwell Banker National, List Hub, and all these, you know, that's when you get to see it on Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, all those type of websites pick it up from List Hub from Coldwell Banker National. So that feed goes out automatically. There's nothing we have to do to that. We'll work on a marketing plan. I'll set up targeted. Coldwell Banker has a nice app called CBX, Coldwell Banker Exchange, that helps figure out who the potential buyers for the house of your value, size, what type of stuff in this market. So we have a little targeting we can do based on age, income levels, education, all those type of things, because they know from demographic information they can get generically what type of people live in your neighborhood and buy those kind of houses. So we'll get all that started. We'll start marketing the house far and wide. You know, yes, most of it is in San Angelo. The odds are high that the potential buyer is going to come from San Angelo, but not for sure. So we're going to market it a little further out there, but largely in San Angelo. Then we have showings. What we sometimes like to do, we can do this or don't have to, but it's for you to actually coordinate the showings. The problem we have is if another agent wants to show it, they contact me, and then I have to turn around and contact you and says, hey, is it okay if we show the house at this point in time? Then you have to say yes, but you get back to me, well, then that won't fit their schedule. So it's a going back and forth between. So what I like to do, if you're willing to do it and willing to have your name and phone number out, and it's only where the realtors can see it. It's not in the public part of the listing, but have that out there so the other realtors can contact you. Now, always remember when you're doing showings that you can say no at any time. You never have to show your house. But the flip side of that is you never know when the person they're bringing today might be the potential buyer for your house. So you gotta think about that. Sometimes there's a family emergency, the dog just pooped on the carpet, whatever, you just have to say no. Hopefully we can work that out. Generally the buyers are not available only that day, but sometimes they are. So now we're going through the showing process. That's really all I have time for today. We'll go into the next couple of steps of the process next time. Thank you for listening today. RoyZesch.REALTOR, 325-268-0775. Thank you.